Hello, you're welcome to mathematics class. Today we're going to continue from where we stopped in the last class. We're still solving common entrance past questions. So let's continue from where we stopped. Okay, number 11 says, what is the cost of 10 O number 3 over 4 meters of clothes at 800 naira per meter? What is the cost of 10 O number 3 over 4 meters of clothes at 800 naira per meter? So the first thing we're going to do is let's change this. This is a mixed fraction, isn't it? It's a mixed number, so let's change it to an improper fraction. I'll do this by multiplying this denominator by the whole number. 4 times 10 is 40. 40 plus 3 is 43 over the denominator 4. So this is 43 over 4. So the next thing is to multiply this by 800 because the cost of 1 is 800. So the cost of this will be 10 over 3 over 4 times 800. So since I've changed this to 43 over 4, I'll multiply 43 over 4 by 800. Do we understand that? Now, to make it easy, 4 can go here 1, 4 can go in 800, 200. So I'm left with 43 and 200. Okay, so if we are multiplying numbers with multiples of 0, it's quite easy. I'll multiply my 2 by 43. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. Then I'll bring this 0 down here. That will give me 8,600. So the cost of 10 O number 3 over 4 meters of clothes is 8,600. 8,600. All right, the next question says add 1 O number 1 over 4 and 2 O number 2 over 3. Now when I have questions like this, it's good to separate them. Add the whole number separately and you add your decimals separately. So I'm adding the whole number 1 plus 2, that will give me 3. And then I have the decimal 1 over 4 plus 2 over 3. If you look at this, they are not having the same denominator, so I'll have to find the LCM. The LCM of 4 and 3 is 12, isn't that? So I'm going to bring down the LCM. 4 in 12 is 3. So that 3 multiplied by 1, that is this 3 times 1, plus 3 in 12 is 4. That 4 multiplied by 2, what is giving me this 4 times 2. So 3 times 1 is 3, 4 times 2 is 8, divided by 12. 3 plus 8 is 11, 11 over 12. Don't forget your whole number is here. So you bring your whole number, 3 whole number, 11 over 12. Simple, isn't it? Or if you don't want to do it this way, you can also change these two numbers to improper fraction. This will give you 4 times 1, 4 plus 1, 5 over 4. And this will give you 3 times 2, 6 plus 2, 8 over 3. Then you add the two together. It will still give you the same answer. Okay, the next question says, find the area of a semicircle. Semicircle, don't forget, what is the meaning of semicircle? Half of a circle. Find the area of a semicircle of diameter 14 centimeter. Let your pi be 3 whole number 1 over 7. Let your pi be 3 whole number 1 over 7. Now the area of a circle, don't forget, is pi r squared. And my diameter is 14 centimeter, isn't it? Remember, diameter is 2 times radius. So if my diameter is 14 centimeter, that means my radius is half of my diameter. So my radius is 7 centimeter. A lot of people make the mistake of using their diameter as a radius. Remember, diameter and radius are not the same thing. In a case where you're given the diameter, you divide it by 2 to get the value of your radius. So my radius is 7 centimeter. Now the area is pi. Now you're given pi as 3 whole number 1 over 7. So if I want to use 3 whole number 1 over 7 here, it might make it a bit confusing for me. So I will change my 3 whole number 1 over 7 to improper fraction. 7 times 3 is 21. 21 plus 1 is 22 over 7. So I'll use 22 over 7, multiply by 7, multiply by 7. Why am I doing it this way? It's going to be easier for me to cancel out my 7 this way. So 7 divided by 7 is 1. I'm left with 22 and 7. 22 times 7 is 154. How did we do that? 7 times 2 is 14. 4 carry 1. 7 times 2 is another 14 plus the one you carried 15. So 154 centimeter square. Remember, your area will always be in square, centimeter square. Now what we've done here is the area of a circle, but the question says area of a semicircle, which is half of a circle. So divide the area of a circle by 2 to get the area of a semicircle. So 154 divided by 2 will give me 77. That's because 2 in 15 is 7. I'm left with 1. I'll put my 1 here to give me 14. 2 in 14 is 7. So 154 divided by 2 is 77 centimeter square. The next question says add 32.3 liters, 7.66 liters, 3.917 liters, and 22 liters. Now, in adding decimal numbers, it's very important that you arrange correctly. This is 32.3. So this is your 10, your units, your tenths, hundreds, and thousands. So for this number, since you have 32.3, it will be good you add 0, 0 to the back to make it easy when you are adding other numbers so that it won't confuse you. And then I have 7.66. Remember that this 7 is a 10, so it should be under this 2, 7.66. Then I can add a 0 here and another 0 here. Do you understand? And if you don't want to add it, it's fine. Then I have 3.917. This 3 is 10, so it should be under the 10. It should be under this 7, 3.917. And then I have 22. 22 is 10 a unit, so it should be here 22. I can add 0.000 to make my addition easy. Did we see that? Okay, now if you notice, all my decimals are aligned. They are all together. Did you see that? They are all together. This will make it easy for me when I am adding. So everything is aligned, and that is how it should be when you're adding decimals. All the decimal numbers should be aligned. Now we can add. You have 0 plus 0 plus 7 plus 7. Did you see that? 0, 0, 7, 0. So let's add. Okay, sorry, this line is actually supposed to be here. So 0 plus 7 will give me 7. Then I have 6. 6 plus 1 will give me 7. I have 3. 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 plus 9 is 18. 8. And I'll bring my 1 here. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 7 is 10. 10 plus 3 is 13. 13 plus 2 is 15. So I'll write 5. And carry 1 here. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. So I'm left with 65.877. 65.877. So my answer is 65.877 liters. Did you see that? Very simple. Okay, the next question says change to hours. You have 5 days, 3 hours. You have to change to hours. Okay, do we still remember how, right? 24 hours makes 1 day. 24 hours makes 1 day. So I'm going to change 5 days to hours by multiplying 5 by 24. So 24 times 5 is 120 hours. Then I'll add these 3 hours to this. 120 hours plus 3 hours will give me 123 hours. Did you see that? So I have changed 5 days, 3 hours to hours. The next question says, what is the median of 60, 65, 71, 75, 80? Median is the number in the middle. But before you can find a median, you have to make sure that your numbers are arranged in ascending order. For this question, the numbers have been arranged in ascending order. So all I need to do is to look for the middle number. This is quite easy because I have 5 numbers. So the middle number is the third number, and that is 71. But in a situation where you have 2 numbers as the middle number, all you need to do is to add the 2 numbers and then you divide by 2. But in this case, the middle number is just 171, and that is the median. Do we understand that? 71 is the median because it's the number in the middle. Do we get that? Beautiful. A number that has only 2 factors is a or an dash number. A prime number. The prime number has only 2 factors, 1 and itself. So a prime number is the number that has only 2 factors. We have to simplify 25 plus 1 over 2 of 10 minus 7. Okay, so we're going to use our board math. In board math, we have to do a question that has to do with of first. So we're going to do 1 over 2 of 10. 1 over 2 of 10 is the same thing as saying 10 divided by 2, and that is 5. Did we get that? So I'll put this back into the question. So I will write 25 plus, instead of 1 over 2 of 10, I'm going to put 5 minus 7. So in board math, you have brackets. We don't have brackets here. We have up. We don't up. You have division. We don't have division here. Multiplication. We don't have addition before the subtraction. So we're going to add 25 plus 5. That is 30. 30 minus 7. Now we can do the subtraction. 30 minus 7 is 23. Be careful when you're solving a question like this. You have to follow the order or else you will get it wrong. Always remember to use your board math when you have multiple operations in a question. Okay, this question says simplify one whole number 1 over 2 plus 1 whole number 2 over 3 divided by 1 whole number 1 over 9 multiplied by 3 over 9. Now we're going to still use board math for this question. Bracket of division. Division comes before multiplication, and then addition, and then subtraction. So we're going to do our division first. Now come to this number. This is where the division sign is. 1 whole number 2 over 3 divided by 1 whole number 1 over 9. So I'm going to bring that out. I'm going to solve this question first. So what do? I need to change this to improper fraction. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 plus 2, 5. So this is 5 over 3. 9 times 1, 9. 9 plus 1, 10. 10 over 9. So I want to change this division sign to multiplication. And what that means is that my denominator will become my numerator, and my numerator will become my denominator. So 5 over 3 multiplied by 9 over 10. 5 times 9 is 45. 3 times 10 is 30. Can I divide this further? Yes. 15 can go in 30 2 times. 15 can go in 45 3 times. So I'm left with 3 over 2. Did we see that? So the next thing is for me to put in this 3 over 2 back into my question. So I have 1 whole number 1 over 2. I'm going to change this to improper fraction. 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1, 3 over 2. So I'm going to write this 3 over 2. Remember, we have been able to solve these 2 numbers, and that is what gave us 3 over 2. So I'll write this 3 over 2 here. Multiply by 3 over 9, I'm going to write this. So I have this. I've done the division. The next thing is to look at the multiplication. So bring out the 2 numbers that I want to multiply. 3 over 2 multiplied by 3 over 9. Did you see that? 3 over 2 multiplied by 3 over 9. Now, if you look at this, 3 times 3 is 9, while 2 times 9 is 18. So 9 divided by 18 is the same thing as saying 1 over 2, or better still, I can say 3 here, 1. 3 in 9 is 3. So I'm left with 3 over 6. 3 over 6 is still the same thing as saying 1 over 2. So the next thing is to bring this 1 over 2 into this equation. I have 3 over 2. I've done this multiplication and the answer is 1 over 2. So I will say 3 over 2 plus 1 over 2. Because they have the same denominator, it should be easy for me to add. The denominator will remain the same, but I will add the numerator. 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 over 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So my answer is 2. Do you understand this? Good. Quite complex, but just need to pick it one after the other to avoid mistake. So my answer is 2. Okay, number 20 says find the following ratio in the simplest form. What it simply means is for you to reduce it to the lowest term or to the lowest number. But if you look at this, this is in kobo, this is in naira and kobo, so I have to ensure that both have the same unit before I start reducing. So I'm going to change 1.25 kobo, 1 naira, 25 kobo, I'll change it to kobo. If 1 naira is equals to 100 kobo, then 1 naira 25 kobo is equals to 100 kobo plus 25 kobo. And that will give me 125 kobo. So I can now put 125 in place of 1 naira 25 kobo. Do you see that? So I have 75 and 125. I'm going to reduce. By reducing, I mean I'm going to look for a number that can divide both numbers, and I'll keep dividing until I cannot divide further. So I can start with, should I start with 5 now? If I say 5 here, 5 and 7 is 1. I'm left with 2. 5 and 25 is 5. That's 15. 5 and 12 is 2. I'm left with 2. 5 and 25 is 5. So this is 15 and 25. I can still divide further, isn't it? Yes. So I'm going to say 15 divided by 5. 15 divided by 5 is 3. 25 divided by 5 is 5. So I'm left with 3 and 5. Can I divide this further? No. 3 and 5 cannot be divided further. So my ratio will be 3 ratio 5. 3 ratio 5. So I have reduced 75 kobo, 1 naira, 25 kobo to the lowest form. It can go further. This is the lowest form. Okay, we've come to the end of this class, but remember, we are not through with the series, so I'm going to see you in the next class. Have a nice day and bye.